Well. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Beatcast. I hope everything's working. What is the Beatcast, you ask? That's a very good question. You might be hearing Bree eating in the background. I think he's eating wings, so just bear with him or something like that. What is the Beatcast, you ask? The Beatcast is a sample challenge brought to you by the good people at Mixwell. You can use their code Beatcast25, or our code, I should say, at their website, mixwellworldwide.com, to get 25% off any of your purchases store-wide. And the cool thing about this is just by hanging out in the chat, and there's quite a few people in here in the chat, you are randomly entered a chance to win a Mixwell care package. So yeah, just chill with this vibe, and we'll let the random selector do what it does. The Beatcast. You download the sample off our website, thebeatcast.com. You make your beat using any equipment you want. You submit your beat to our website at thebeatcast.com. You post it to your IG with the hashtag, depending on what it is, TBC. This one would be S3E4. And within that 24-hour beat drop day, so it's basically like a week after we drop the sample. And then we assemble here to discuss those samples as the Beatcast. And here they are. RTC is out. He's like I think watching 311 in concert or something.
He has on Vans and
yeah. He's currently listening to Limp Bizkit.
A Stussy t-shirt.
A Stussy t-shirt.
Stussy t-shirt on.
A Billabong t-shirt with like
that's what I was really trying to think of. I was like, Billabong, Bugle Boy. Like
Bugle Boy, dude.
Fucking wearing Osiris shoes.
Yeah, dude. Those big old giant things.
Fucking huge.
They have speakers in them. They had a season of those. They had speakers. Yeah.
He got his chain out and shit. Like,
he has a sponsorship from Miller's Out.
Chain wallet, the whole nine.
He's got the chain wallet, dude. But he's not here, so he's dead to us. So RTC, you're dead to us.
Yeah, no more motherfucking movement in your videos, huh?
Yeah, no more
Pantene King.
But we have Aubrey Modium, Mind of Modium's here with us. Bree, how you doing? Everything good?
It's going better. Good.
Sorry to call you out on eating, dude. It's just my favorite.
I didn't realize it was open because I actually was looking down like, is this thing open? Because
I love the fact you started to say something and I'm like up on the one too. It's all you're all. I was just
didn't realize, and it was hot. It's hot.
You just got over being sick too, right?
Yeah. I went to Portland and I grabbed some mountain flu back.
Sweet.
And, spent the last week just fighting it.
Hell yeah.
Very weird one at that.
I'm a little sick right now too, man. I'm bouncing back though. I love the sign behind you. You actually finished creating that. We talked about that in the last episode.
Yes, that's my Beatcast sign that I made in like 15 minutes. That took me an hour and a half to put on the wall.
You got like magenta all over. You're so crafty. Such a crafty one. Elena, here you are in all of your glory. You've done a lot of cool stuff, and you've been putting together a lot of reels for the Beatcast. You guys are going to start seeing those pop up through the Beatcast IG. Thank you for doing that. Those are amazing. You find all the best moments out of these episodes and compile them.
Well, I loved so much doing it as well, so yeah. I was glad to do it.
It was hilarious when I was playing it back. I was in tears. I was like, "This is good." And you get a mixture. You get some of the educational moments with some of the funny stuff, some of the touching stuff, the tear-jerking moments that we have as well.
Definitely.
You got any new big projects going on right now that you're able to talk about? You probably can't even talk about them, even if you are.
Yeah, I have some stuff going on with a lot of people. But, we'll start seeing them soon.
Okay. We've got to stay tuned to your page. You can see all of our Instagrams down there below our names. Mr. Watson, how are you, sir? Everything good?
Yeah. So I shaved this week, right?
I did the opposite. I look fucking homeless right now. Look at me. That's why I got this hat on. The Henny
hat. You got the
hat.
Jack Teller thing going on, like the Sons of Anarchy thing happening right now. He had that beard.
Hey, I saw him today. Not in person, but I was like, that's funny you mention him.
What was it, Jack or Jax Teller? Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
Or Jackson or something like that.
What do you got going on? You got any projects in the works or any crazy developments?
Sorting files, adding new files to this project that I'm trying to put together. just being unsatisfied, and then like it keeps shifting on what I want to do. Don't listen to me. I'm working on something. I promise. I'm doing something
cooking.
Yeah.
Bro, let me cook. Lots of people in the chat. I see Beatsmith Medor. I see Tigri. Sam Drumlow's in the chat. Tape. My cat is in the background yelling.
Say hello.
Present.
I don't want to scroll too far. But that actually brings me to a good point here. Why isn't there any records in the background? Come on, y'all. The records are in their crates and all over the floor where they're supposed to be. They're not neatly organized, okay?
Yeah, mine are definitely. Especially after moving too.
Yeah.
I got stuff every stinking where.
Mine are organized. They're right here, and then I got the new shit that I just got.
See, they're within grip. They're in. Mine are in like this box right here in the background. BSP 404 on top. Neither here nor there. Let me cover some housekeeping stuff before we begin. The Beatcast Radio 1 is on Spotify and available now. If you've participated in a season of the Beatcast, you can get your music on this playlist. We've heard some really good feedback about people having their monthly listeners jump. So this playlist is getting... We also hit up local businesses and abroad and asked them to play this in their establishments. So we actively push this list. If you want to be a part of it, go to our Discord, and you'll see a section that says Spotify links. Drop your Spotify link there, but you won't notice your song get added if you haven't participated in the Beatcast. We got to take care of the Beat Hawks, you know what I'm saying? This 1 a.m. Beatcast Sample Pack Volume 1 is available through our $5 and up tier on our Patreon. We're really like pushing hard for our Patreon, because the nice thing about this is we're able to cover all the costs of running the show and then some, also like funding cool projects like putting out your music through our Patreon. So we want to add a lot of value and reward to that. So this is available now from our February sound pack, but this 2 a.m. the Beatcast Sample Pack Volume 2 is already about to go up for March. The finishing touches are getting added to that. So if you are a patron at the $2 level already, or if you are thinking about subscribing to our Patreon, just understand you're going to get cool shit. Like, instead of just buying one sample pack, you're going to get continual releases of them, as well as merch and all that shit. And at that juncture, I wanted to give a quick shout out. You'll see at the bottom here. Thank you to our patrons: Beatsmith Medor, Messy Goodness, Tigri, Disgraceland, RC Peters, Prot, Pablo Station, Mark Chai, Little Treasures, Filth Spectre, Ant-Architecture, sorry, Ali, Zilla Beats, Press Rewind, Who Is This, which is wild, he came out of the depths again, Q No Rap Name, and Jalenga. Thank you guys, man, because you are making this thing legitimately happen by doing that. We appreciate anyone who digs
you guys.
Absolutely.
Keep the community strong.
DistroKid seminar with RTC Shogun is coming up on the 1st. The cool thing about this is if you don't know how to get your music on Spotify, or other streaming platforms, a lot of people don't know and have reached out like, how the hell do I do this? He's going to jump on with Beatsmith Medor and kind of show you how to do that. And it's easier than you think. So why not, jump into that? It'll be right here on Twitch at 7 p.m. MST on 3/1/23. And then a big announcement. The Beatcast Battle Friendly Fade 1, which has jumped off. And it's funny because right after we, I think it was D0 had hopped into Sam Drumlow's. Thank you for that subscribe, Phil Spector. Appreciate that. And told him the Beatcast is not a battle, it's a showcase. And then right after this, we did a battle. So they had like a funny moment. Sam was like, okay. The judges for this are Major Vibes, Tatsumaki, and Telly McLean. You know what's funny about that one real quick? So Tatsumaki and Telly know each other, right? I didn't know this. And they fucking dive into this like, oh, if you're going to be a part of it, I'm out. Like Tatsumaki's like, I got beef with you. Fuck you. I'm out. And I don't know like the backstory to this. So I hopped into the chat because you like tagged me, Elena. And I'm like, shit, is this for real? Like, Bree, you know how our background is. I'm like, are you guys like... and I'm like, well, shit, we're cool with Tatsumaki, so we're going to have to ride with Tatsumaki on this one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, we have to stay loyal. And then he cleared it up, though. He's like, no, we're fucking around. We're homies, but thank you for the loyalty. So those three will be on there judging, as well as I think we're going to be doing polls from the audience as well. You're going to win a release, a cassette release with the Beatcast, $100 cash, and some merch. And then Elena threw in to the mix that she will do and basically a social media audit with you. Make sure your shit's lined up correctly, and that you're hitting all. Could you talk a little bit about that, like what they would be getting with that?
We're just gonna have like a 30-40 minute like chat, and I'll just scroll through the feed, kind of give them, ideas of what could be done, and anything I can help with. So that would be my contribution to this, I guess.
Yeah, just through like conversation, you've kind of done that with me just a little bit, just the beginning stages of it, and it was super helpful. So I do appreciate that.
And the proof is in the pudding. Lena's working, and she's working every day. And if you look at all of the stuff she does, she's cutting, she's sawing, she's scraping, she's doing all that stuff by hand. She even built the cameras.
From scratch.
From scratch.
And then, and you want to take advice from people who have social media presences that are like killing it, or whatever they're doing. Like, as opposed to like the homie who has like 10 followers and he's like, what you got to do to get out there?
Right.
Like,
I've been watching YouTube.
Right. Sam Drumlow did our first critical thinking. That shit was, I don't know if you guys tuned into it. The replay is now on our YouTube. That was really informative. Like, we had some heavy hitters in there too that got a lot of information from this. So definitely check into the next one, which is going to be on the 5th of March. And then finally, and I want to give a quick shout out to Tape John Sandoval for lining up this artwork. This is the art you may have been hearing from RTC Shogun on your Instagrams to be a part of our next compilation tape, the Beatcast Volume 2. So there's the art for that. That's all I can share for now. There'll be more about this coming up soon. The art was done by Felix Armenta. This dude's amazing. So I want to give a quick shout out to him as well. And with that, I know it's a lot of updates. Normally we don't have that much, to update, but this time we had a lot. So that's what's going on with
That's the progression. So, like, if you guys are paying attention, we're focusing, especially for this season, we focus more on us as Beat Hawks. So it's all about the community, bringing the community together, and just challenging each other and pushing each other and supporting each other. So it's all about community in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a goal that we try to reach every week. Every time we do these things, and you'll notice the subs, like we just went from 33 to 34, they'll go down over time because they don't automatically renew, especially if you use Amazon Prime. With Prime, Jeff Bezos takes that $5 out of your account no matter what. So you can either just give it to Jeff or you get a free Twitch sub with it. So you just sub to this channel with your Prime, and you have to do it every month though. You have to renew it. You have to choose where you're going to allocate that. So if we reach our goal, we'll go long. We'll play all the beat submissions that we got this week. And if not, no big deal. It's all good either way. What's new in your guys' lives? Anything crazy? Like last time I was over here talking about the UFOs, dude, and that sparked a whole 8-hour conversation after I got off the chat. What's up, Tatsubaki? Go ahead.
I don't know what happened. Everybody good? Did everybody freeze? That shit got quiet. Yeah,
No, I was like, just falling back just a little bit because of the lag. But yeah, my I was sick, so been pushing and dealing with that stuff.
It feels like everyone is sick nowadays. Like we've been talking about that with the owl.
I know it is. I know it's the winter season, so it's like that weird space, where everybody, like, somebody's coughing, somebody's sneezing. So, but outside of that, just been working on some other, like, just in my lab, just painting and stuff, and just trying to keep my energy going, keep my shit going. And I will figure out my turntable situation so I can add some shit that I just bought. I bought a few good records. Got some shit.
Oh, to pull like a sample?
Yeah. I just think, like, when I plug it into my interface, it's coming out crackly. So, like, it's like really a lot of static, a lot of interference and shit. So, and on top of that, some of it's coming out mono, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Really?
Yeah.
You know who can help with that? Sam Drumlow.
Thought you gonna do? You gonna pull
everyone to him?
Yeah, good plug.
Yeah. You gonna pull? I thought you were gonna pull the Home Depot. You know who can fix that? Frank.
Yeah,
Frank's here on Thursdays between 4 and 4:07. Yeah, you gotta come back.
Kicking the can down the road. Yeah, Frank got you, not me. Well, shit, guys. Without any more pressing issues, that's actually kind of slick. We moved through that quickly. We could dive into the beats.
Oh shit!
What's that?
I because I was not under the weather. I
You didn't submit your beat, huh?
Nah, but I made one,
dude. You know what's funny about that too? I think we had like 50 some submissions in this last one, and when I went in to grab the beats to load them up, I saw 28, which means like a lot of people didn't submit to the website, which is a choice, you know what I mean? But like, kind of a good idea to throw it in there. You sort of, but we're gonna have to probably start like making sure and then like checking, because it's hard for me to pull them up once I'm in the show. I can't really like stop everything.
Yeah, I don't expect you to. I meant to do it yesterday. It was just yesterday was all.
You could throw it in there for the record though, like I could try to get it into the replay.
Yeah,
I really like the direction that the Beatcast is going, where now it's like an AMSR, for eating wings and shit. Like I just really like what's happening around here. So
yeah.
I'm glad to be a part of this new direction that we heading in. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like making nail noises on the mics, doing lights and stuff.
When the tap, oh man.
Yeah, I'm horrified by it. To me, it's a scary endeavor.
It's a hilarious thing. Yeah, that always makes me laugh. That's why I want to get some cereal.
Are you wearing a Suns t-shirt?
Actually, I'm wearing merch from friend of the show, Mega Ran.
Oh, it looks like
nice.
Suns.
Yeah.
Logo, whatever.
No, that's dope. I didn't see. Yeah, I was looking at the bottom of it too. That's dope as hell.
Who won the game? Did anyone watch today?
I did not watch. I was sitting on the couch being a vegetable because I couldn't do most of the day.
I've been out for the last few hours, so I have no idea what's happening.
I didn't even know there was a game on.
Yeah, well,
go sports. See, and that's another thing I appreciate about you, Atlanta. You actually do dig basketball, and basketball is my favorite sport. I love it, and then to have somebody else that because Alan is just like go sports.
Yeah, sports.
Nah, basketball.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
And you post the Euro players and stuff, so I don't get to see. It's funny because like living here, there are places where you see more international perspectives. You can go into a random regular ass bar, and they're playing like soccer, and they're playing Euro ball, and that shit you don't see that shit like in Phoenix. It's like you're not gonna walk into some random place. If anything, it might be soccer, but here it's really you're seeing all that stuff. So. I appreciate when you post that shit. It's always like, ooh,
Yeah.
This is right around the corner.
Yeah, they're all right around the corner. So.
Oh shit! Where's that thing? I need it. Where is it when you need it?
You're not ready.
I forgot. That shit's still funny.
Beatsmith Medora says same here. I have no idea of the games. Tatsumaki says it ain't a game to the Lithuanians. It's a way of life and death. No joke. It's war.
It is.
That's facts? It gets serious?
Yeah. Well, Lithuania is like really big in basketball, so we're it's our second religion. That's what we call it.
I have a very I guess derogatory question. Like if they were to compete against the States, like would that be a good game or would it be an annihilation?
No.
They went far. Like they did it a couple of times and they were close to winning.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not as good as it used to be though.
No, but if you're saying it's close, then that's a good comparison. I just didn't know if the score was going to be like 23 to 140, 47. You know what I mean?
No, those Euro dudes, man. Like they have. It's like how you hit the Euro stuff or Kosovo and their core vision is way different than especially like the isolation game that gets played now. So yeah, they'll come in and they'll show some. They'll tighten that ass up real quick.
Got you.
They'll tighten that
All those
ass
dudes
up
can shoot
real quick.
I'm gonna learn a bunch of expressions that I shouldn't be learning from you guys.
You just have to wonder like how these colloquialisms land on you. You know, like why the hell do they say that? Tighten that ass up real quick.
I was talking to a friend today, and I told her to get off my mountain because I heard it in a podcast, and she was like, "What is that?" I'm like,
Get off my
get on my back. She's like, "I don't think that's an expression." I'm like, fuck.
It is.
Yeah, it's definitely. It definitely is.
Well, she didn't know. Maybe because she's Canadian or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like how Bree has.
I hate that. It froze there. Why would it freeze?
Yeah, it froze there. It's just
of all places to freeze.
They gave him the best joke ever.
Oh god,
He looked like the sequel to that movie Smile. That's what that looked like.
I'm screenshotting this.
Screenshot it for the love of God.
I did it.
Oh yeah, I need this to be a what are they called? Emojis?
Let me see if I can fix it. If I remove and then add to stream again.
Please stay the same.
Now you're just gone. You might have to reconnect, Bray.
Look like where he usually filmed. He just ain't step in front of the camera.
Did he go to the basement again?
Yeah.
Right. He just disappeared.
Yeah, you're gonna have to reconnect. You use the same link. You can reconnect. It's all good. Side note on that. We have, because we use the streaming platform in the background, if we have these connections, just bear with us. We're going to bear with us. That's another one, another colloquialism. We're going to just get off our mountain because we're going to, we're going to fix it.
There's a few things that I cannot say because I can't hear the difference. So it's beer.
Oh.
And bear. I get
bear is drinking a beer.
So yeah, I can't hear the difference when I say it, but I can understand when someone's saying it. So it's very funny sometimes when I say bullshit.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Beer and bear.
Yeah.
There's probably a bunch like that too. The only thing is like, popular culturally, like we don't get all of the, what's a Canadian, like the only thing that lands, I think, in America with the Canadian stuff is like out,
House.
like oat or boot. What's that all about? Yeah,
House.
out. House, yeah. I was going to my house when that.
I think A and sorry. And
sorry?
Yeah. Just saying sorry after shit. Like that's like one of the things that I've heard of, but I haven't actually heard happen.
Okay, for everything.
Yeah, that.
Like if I hit you, they would probably say sorry.
Sorry.
Like that's how.
Sorry. Tatsumaki says, "Hey Alf, fuck Telly McLean." Yeah, I was bringing that. I don't know if you were in, but I was talking about that earlier. How you? I was like, oh shit. But yeah, officially, Telly from Tatsumaki, fuck you. just to keep that running. Now we're demonetized on YouTube. I don't know if Ree's ever coming back. What if this is the end? He may have to move all the way down to the basement and get his shit together.
I think that was his way of exiting. You know what I'm saying? He
quit.
It's them wings. He's devoted to them. You know what I mean?
I'm eating these wings.
He's hungry. He ain't giving up on them.
We had a couple of first-time chatters. Luib787, thank you for joining, and Cahoots94, peace y'all. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the subscriptions that came in and the followers. I saw that. I love that. I wanted to wait for Bree, but while we do that, I guess we could talk about the sample of the week. So we're going to be listening to beats that were submitted on 2/12/23, and this record was The Times, The Crutch, and I think RTC pulled this one.
Yeah,
and he's not here to talk about that. It's funny because after the what the hell was that one that everyone hated, Stevie Wonder record?
Yeah.
After that Stevie Wonder record, he's like, that's it. He's like, I'm going to be a little more cautious about how I pulled the sample from now on. And so he like sort of hand selected this one. It's still random. I think he randomly selects the record, but then just like, picks the song a little more carefully. He had PTSD after that. This record though, I dug the shit out of this. Like this was a really cool sample. Did you guys enjoy the sample?
This is one of the ones where every single person that I saw upload was talking about how dope the sample was, where they like enjoy making the beat with it. Same with myself. I really enjoy my time with it. Yeah.
I couldn't find a spot that wasn't good. It was like so much use. I had way too many sequences. At that point, it was like, how the hell do I want to make this a song? It was like different directions you could go. I don't know if you guys enjoyed it in the chat. Oh, hey, there goes James Taylor. That's my brother. What's up, James? This coming up week too, we have a guest pool, which is from one of the team, but is one of the cat. We'll get there, but he's one of the cats that had to step out for a little bit, and he got to pull the record this time around. But let me see. Before we dive into that, let's jump into the sample a bit here and start listening to some of the beats. But before we do that, the Beatcast is brought to you in part by Mixwell Worldwide, the turntable and lifestyle brand going strong since 1997. Patreon. Our patrons directly support the Beatcast. Choose a tier that works best for you and receive items like merch, exclusive sample packs, as well as a direct shout out in our live shows. Patreon.com/The Beatcast. Picking up some new equipment. A portion of anything you purchase through our Zounds affiliate link, located on our website at thebeatcast.com, will directly go to support the Beatcast project. 1 a.m., the Beatcast Sample Pack Volume 1 is available now on our Patreon. Zilla says, sometimes we overthink and get in our own way. I think he's talking to Soft Cannibal. It took me a many tries to find the groove I wanted. Sometimes that shit happens where you can't quite, you're like, this ain't the one exactly, let me like go again. And do you ever, once in a while, you get to a point where you just delete everything that you have? I've done that like 2 or 3 times throughout all these seasons where you just...
I never delete.
Same.
I never delete. I save everything. And because what I end up doing sometimes, more often than not, is tailoring certain sounds or cutting certain sounds in a certain way. I don't want to lose that shit. So I'll save, typically I save everything with samples. So in the machine. So I get all the samples. So I always have the chops. I always have all that stuff. So yeah, never delete.
So when you save, you do the save with sample option?
Yeah.
That's
for everything. Because if you and I were going to work on something in the machine, I could just pull that folder, hand that to you, and you can throw it in there and it'll just, sync right up.
That's interesting. Anytime I save, like I just save it as whatever. Like I do it by date, and then I just kind of go from there. And like if I make an edit, then I do the save copy. And so like by the time I'm done with a track on here, it'll be like February 26th, 36 after that, because it'll be like 35 different versions off of the original. So anytime I make an edit, I'll do it. And then after that, I take all the copies and I throw them in a folder called numbers. So like 1 through 35 will be in there, but 36 I'll save. That way it's the final one that I use.
Okay. I'll delete shit. I guess I'm destructive. Like if it's not going, the vibe isn't right, even if I'm close. I'm one of those people, like Brie will tell you, I'm like, super, everything's got to be like, what do you call OCD? So I have to delete, I have to have no existence of it and start over, and be like, this is the only one. This is the one. And then that'll be the thing that I'll run with. But I like the idea of maybe saving versions of it and just adding a date. Maybe I should adopt that because there could be something in there.
And go ahead.
Yeah, I do it similarly. I'll pick a name, like something that I'm thinking of at that moment, like bread or Nights in New York.
A bloomin' onion.
Like that. Yeah, bloomin' onion. Bringing it back.
Wings.
And I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4 until I get to about 45 or something like that. Then I like start a whole new folder, and then each folder will be whatever I thought of, and then it'll be 1 through such and such. So it's all edited. For the Beatcast though, when I'm working on this stuff, I do the BC3-2, BC3-2A, 2B, something like that. I do that. So I can keep those organized.
I used to do the same thing, and then like after a while, I was just like, "Fuck this." I use the tag option in Mac, so you can like color code a tag for whatever. I do gray for everything that I've made on this computer. I've made shit on multiple computers, but I do gray for everything on here, and then I'll change the color of it depending on like what album I want to put it on, or like what project I'm working on, or like how I want to sort it. And then if I decide to make multiple versions where like, I make something and I'm like, let me do an alternate version. Then I'll do like part 2, and then after that it'll be like part 2, 9. And then like I've done shit where I've made like 4 different versions of the same thing. So it just depends. But that's how I save my shit. But I got it all organized. So.
See, Tigre says, but then you'll have shit lots. You'll have like, what do you say? Shit, lots of songs you'll never open. So now I'm on version 3. I just stop and go to something else. I think I see that for me. That's kind of how what happens. I get lost in it. Like, oh shit, there'd be too many. You know what I mean?
That's why I do the tags though, because it helps me. It helps me organize. Like
it's more of an editing. It's an editing thing for you, right?
Yeah. And like if I fuck up and save something that, let's say I change my mind on, then I can go back and open 19 out of 26 or whatever. Go from there and then edit from that point.
You know what? I do a lot of scenes too, so I have a whole bunch of scenes of different, different beats.
We done had that conversation. Yeah,
and that's infinite.
YouTube.com/the Beatcast.
Yeah, hey, shameless plug.
Lana, when you're shooting, do you shoot a lot or do you shoot enough? How like are you when you do you edit in the camera? Like are you there popping and just, or do you just do 150, 200 per thing?
No, I just recently did a shoot for my friend for the engagement shoot, kind of. And today she was like, hey, are you going to send me the photos? Just a couple. And I checked the folder that was like 900 photos. So no, I don't. I have to go through every single one of them on my computer. And then, save a different bunch of edits as well. So I think that's the same process with anything you guys, do and we do. As a photographer, you still have a bunch of different, of the same picture, you make a bunch of different edits.
Yeah.
There's so many parallels there too, because like with music, you might have everything's right, but you might have this weird, reverb on some drum that's giving you a thing. You got to like adjust just that one little part. And then with photography, everything's perfect in the shot, but then one dude in the background, his eye is like one eye's closed, one eye's open, and you're like, fuck.
Or it's like a light that you can't control, and that like that corner is a crisp space, right? That light to hit that right in the middle and break that'll be frustrating because it's breaking the continuity. That type of shit happens more often when you're shooting and stuff, because it's little stuff like that you can't control. Because like a face, but a burnout or something too dark, it's like
See, it is crazy how there's so many parallels between the different types of mediums and art. And it's just like paint, all that shit.
And I think that's where I came in at how I edited. It needs to just have one name and a number, and if it was NDA.
Yeah, that I can relate to. Yeah, I think it came from your photography as well. How you used to edit photos.
Yeah, because just like that. Because like I shot film, so I shot the film for 3 years before I did digital, and learning how to edit in the camera, because you get a budget with the film, how much you got 36 shots, you got to get it in those shots, and you just have to be diligent and have to be on it, because you'll be wasting a lot of money missing out on it. But when I got to digital, it was like 1,000. I'll go through 1,000 pictures,
right? Yeah. All right, let's jump into these beats and see what we have this week. I think there was one more thing I was supposed to say, but if I forgot, oh well. Oh well.
They flipped the script, taking trips to Zimbabwe. Africans started calling the god Ali Boombaye. So bright, it beat the god-stricken god nutrition. Lightning-stricken, blows that feel like you was poison-bitten. Ha! Yo, I'm about to blister you and your sister. Predicting every ass whipping beat all my fights, my nigga. This be your last warning once you walk right past the doorman. Ali and Foreman gon' lock ass until the morning. Sponsored by Nantes, provided by Joseph Mobutu. Special guests of honors like the Archbishop Desmond Tutu. We watch the rumble in the jungle, see who beat the targeted uncle to be the first to fall and fumble. Enough blows be getting thrown like solid milestone, internally shaking up niggas, imbalance your chromosome. With the force, 1,000 warriors. When I bust your ass, identify me as the Lord Victorian.
Nice.
I like that. That was nice.
You can't go wrong when you add Busta Rhymes or something. Some shit's gonna happen.
More cheat code.
Cheat code. Yeah. It's funny. Sam Drumlow says, "Is this D0 not battling?" That's a good battle track. Yeah, good stuff. D0 always consistent too. He's been submitting since like I think maybe last season, but he's always reposting everybody's stuff too. Just like heavy in the community. We appreciate you, man.
Back. Would I take you back? Yes, I want you back.
This shit was a gold mine, man.
Would I take you back?
How this
Need you.
It really was.
Need you.
This is Kinko.
Need you. Need you. Need you. Need you.
Damn,
Need you.
ass, dude.
Need you. Need you. Need you. Need you. Baby, I love you. Need you. Need you. Need you.
Nice. I couldn't tell if that just stopped abruptly or if the shit.
I wasn't sure too. Nah, but again, more cheat code shit with the video. This man used Salma Hayek from Dusk Till Dawn.
Absolutely.
That's what I thought that was.
Perfection. Yeah. Good stuff, man. Love seeing the SP, the use of the SB404s more and more of, like from the community. Obviously, repping the. I got to dive in a bit with that thing more too, man. It's super fun to use for live performances.
I was gonna ask you about that. How was your experience with it?
It was great because like back in the day, John let me borrow his old one, and it was it was like an older version, and it took a little bit of figuring out. But going into the new one, like I hadn't like fully dove into it. Did a little bit of Sarah 2 Ills like tutorial, and I only went like a little bit into that module before I got busy, and I was able to figure it out. Like I hopped on, it's so much easier to connect, like moving files to it is a lot, smoother. And then actually doing the show was easy, man. Like it fucking just sounds so damn good live when you play your shit. You can kind of control it all, and it's a good time, man. Out here too in AZ, it's like there's people doing it. Like there's like a thing called Brunch Collective that John put me on to that goes on, but there's not a ton of people doing like live performances with 404s yet. I think we're like behind on that scene. Whereas like in LA, that shit's like a staple. It's been
Low End Theory. That's where that shit really popped off.
But it's starting. It's emerging. It's good times. GG.
Oh, this one's dope as fuck.
I've not heard anything. I've not heard that one beat.
Yeah, this is tight, dude. Super smooth, man.
I listened to that shit multiple times. That's one of my favorite ones.
It's very like it's like nostalgic, but it's not so nostalgic that it like
it ain't
dated.
copying nobody. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, it's not dated. It's like it's real modern sounding.
Yeah,
the swing is real nice.
Yeah, Pocket on that shit was very good.
Had a upbeat kind of like positive vibe to it, which we don't get a ton of that.
No, it's like positive, but the drums were raw as shit. So like it was a very good balance. I like that shit a lot.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a good point. Zilla brings up in Tucson, they did an event called Pushing Buttons.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I remember Pushing Buttons.
And then he was like, did they still do that? I actually don't know if they still do that, but if you know in the chat, by all means.
That's a House Zero thing, right?
Yeah, House Zero. Like, yeah, and I think someone else was involved in that too. I wanted to make it to one of those, but.
I want to ask ask him where, I can't fucking talk to him. Where did they perform that? Like, what venue did they use for it? I'm just curious. But anyway.
Yeah. I think it was Thunderbird Canyon or something like that it was called.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's cool.
I might have just lied to you, though.
Because I was going to say Congress. Like,
yeah. They did it on 4th Ave. Okay, well, that's kind of vague, but all right, cool.
Man, when I used to tour around, I did a bunch of shows at Congress, and we would stay at that hotel, there. And one of those nights, if you'll allow me to tell you a story, one of those nights I was there, and it's supposed to be haunted, right? So there's they give you pamphlets and shit. It's haunted, and I'm there, and I'm gonna name drop here a bit. I was there with a bunch of the dudes from Living Legends, and PSC was there from Lucky I Am is what he goes by. Mm-hmm. So he's super superstitious, and he's like scared to death, and by the way, he's like a big old like dude, you know what I mean? So out of all of us, he was like looking at the pamphlet, and he's all, oh fuck no. He's like, there's supposed to be ghosts here. He's like, I'm not down with this. Me and a couple of my guys overheard him say this, specifically with my buddy Kordek. So when we're at they have this restaurant, we grabbed a butter knife from the restaurant. Supposedly, this ghost he was a maintenance man, and he would take a butter knife and he would like fix like screws and shit, and you would find butter knives all over the place. And he read this, so we took the butter knife. Late night, we waited all damn night. We did our show, we did everything. We're in the hotel. It's the middle of the night. It's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And Kordek goes down the hall, takes the butter knife, fucking throws it at their door, right? Boom, it hits the door, butter knife drops. Those things are loud. And we're like, wait, and we run, traipse back to the room, door shut, and we hear Lucky I Am open the door, or whoever, and then you hear a little bit of silence, you hear the door creak, a little bit of silence, and he's all, oh, fuck no. Fucking butter knife sitting on the door. It's goddamn butter knife in the hallway. They're all freaking out and stumbling around. That hotel's old, too. You can hear all the movements and shit. We're dying laughing. We didn't tell them until a couple days later. We're like, hey, man, we were fucking with you.
That was us. We were fucking with you.
Fun times. Oh, you know what I realized, too? Can you guys hear this? You know what? You might not be able to hear that unless you're on Twitch. Let me know if you can hear those sound effects of Twitch, because since we don't have RTC, I had to load up the sounds for him because he's gone.
Oh, dog! I thought a fucking car drove by when you did that. That did not sound like...
A car did drive by, but that wasn't on mine.
Okay, all right. No, that's all I heard. It just sounded like you turned the mic volume up and then something in the background just happened.
Somebody drove off. Yeah, they heard it. Okay, Zilla heard it. Yeah, okay. I did the little hawk thing. But anyways. Messy goods.
That's hella dope.
Shit. I like the little stutter on the snare.
It's super unorthodox. I like that shit a lot.
Yeah.
Especially like where the placement of the bass line was. Like, yeah, that shit was dope.
Yeah.
he'll usually take it into like a avant-garde space. I always wonder if he's playing the drums on the shit he's doing, you know? Like live drums. Oh, is this staggered? Did you guys, are we still connected? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. On my end, it just like went crazy for a second. We'll deal with it. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna have a new series called Blame and Bree. That's gonna be the new series.
Blame Bree.
And Bree.
Because we're always around.
Somebody make a shirt, a concept shirt, and all that. Blame and Bree. I like
Blame
that.
and Bree. He's just like,
yeah.
Like, come on.
He could also hold a map for the fucking. Yeah.
It's upside down. He's like, what the fuck?
Everything's right around the corner.
Oh, he said sometimes he'll play Skolezi. Damn.
That's pretty hard.
Super different too, sequencing. Are you a cat like me?
Nah, I wanted to see what was gonna happen next.
Right. I was like all engrossed in it.
We'll see next week, I guess.
The continuation.
Episode 2.
That's hilarious.
That would be scary as hell, though. If you went out in your living room in the middle of the night or the kitchen and there was like a mannequin just standing there that looked like you.
God.
And you're like, what the fuck is that? The atmospheric feel of this one. I love when that shit is just right. Yeah, man. Yeah. It had a different vibe too from Skolezi's stuff usually because he kind of sticks to like a similar pattern typically, but that kind of broke out a bit, you know. I dig
versatility.
Yeah.
And more cheat codes, Lab Cabin California samples. That shit's gonna get me every time. So
yeah, absolutely, good shit, Skolezi. Disgraceland. Yeah, man. Super chopped, like very like, you know, like stagger step kind of thing.
Micro chops.
Syncopated.
Yeah. Sam Drumlow says, silly question. Anybody know if the sample's in a major key? I actually don't know. I never check the keys of these things. Do you?
No.
People will do that shit too. They're like, this is now this is in D, so you're gonna D minor, so you're gonna want to. And I'm like,
yeah.
This is why I know y'all are better than me. I don't know none of that shit. I go off of ear.
Same.
Right.
Yeah.
But
if I know it's in tune, then I'm like, all right, cool. And if not, then it's not. And especially if something's out of tune, I'm like, and you need to add something to it, I'm not going to be able to like figure it out.
Yeah, but then you're like you'll try to figure it out because you'll be like, what company is that? What can I like make to silence that or make that move? Or
right.
Something like that. But no.
Yeah, just off of ear though. You know what I mean? Like
we're not musicians. Notes. We don't.
Yeah, no. I all day I'll admit that. Nope.
I think Zilla knows that shit. He's talking about it. Yeah, C major, I believe. Of course, Zilla knows. He knows all that shit.
Yeah, he plays instruments, right?
Yeah, classically trained, I would assume. I like to make shit up about people and assume it's true.
He's a gentleman of leisure.
Yeah.
This one's super dope.
This is Ant architecture. Hell yeah, man.
That was dope.
That was cool. That was very cool.
Yeah.
That shit that reminded me of like Sam Baker album Sam I Am. I sorry to compare, but that's just like the way the drums sounded, the way that the bass line sounded. Like I don't know, that shit reminded me of that a lot.
That's how it was hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I love it when people use that like wah wah effect. That wah. You don't get a whole lot of that and everything. You did in the 90s. I noticed it like a lot in like 90s hip hop, but I love that when people, it's like a revitalization. It's kind of coming back. By the way, Zilla says, nah, man, I'm all natural. So he just figured that shit out on his own.
Welcome to the club, sir.
Yeah. Oh, it's just talent. Got it. That makes sense. Soft Cannibal.
Let me tell you. Life can be a bit much to handle, so let's talk. Nothing holds a candle to raw flesh and Commander Spock start itching as it gets closer to 3 o'clock. Wrap him up outside the bar before you could kick rocks. Gotta keep the grab locks and padlocks. Chained up forced to watch Matlock. Escape will be discussed ad hoc. Misplaced the keys to the cage, so now what? Burn it all down with a strike on the matchbox. Use the flame to make a luxurious soup stock. Can I hide the evidence inside you missing stock? Make a video about it and put it up on TikTok. How to satisfy your cravings and still be on top. Can't have more bodies than smallpox or Pol Pot. Just put me in the belly of a hungry croc. Sometimes the only thing I wish is that I could stop, but late night locksmiths are relentless. Special ones that operate with high discretion. Pop the lock and left with no questions. Convenience store confessions. Let them know where I hit the bones and my deep depression. Only I can judge my transgressions. Got my soul in Eric Andre, got ranch dressing. Trust me, bro. All characters welcome. Let the flesh slide down to my small intestine. Reach towards a peak, but no, I'm not crested. Still got a ways to go and many lessons. Shit's deeper than your first impression. When I was a freshman, I used to smoke resin with the Hessians. The effervescent fluorescence of adolescence. Broke way to what I can only describe as, in essence, preoccupation with the dark obsession.
God damn it, I love this shit.
Man, he does so much shit that I like. The shit where like somebody's rapping and then it breaks off and then they just let the instrumental ride out. I love that shit. And then I really like when I could tell someone's influences, like original, and I hear what he likes, but he's got his own. He's in his own like pocket. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That shit is just dope.
Yeah, I love this rap shit that he's doing. That's him rapping, by the way. They were asking, who is this rapping?
Yeah.
Zillow, that's
Really?
Soft Cannibal
Dope.
doing that. Yeah. And he's got that cool, like, you know, dirty, dusty vibe going with his lyrics. It's like, it's funny shit. It's clever. He's saying something as a message. And what do you say? He goes, when I was a freshman, I used to smoke hash with the
said, I used to smoke resin with the Hessians. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
I wonder if he does the Doom thing, where like Doom's goal for like Mad Villainy was to make every line like the funniest line ever, and then kind of like join it. I'm curious if he has that kind of approach to it, because I don't know, that dude be saying shit that humors me. Like anytime I watch the video the first time, I'll just be fucking laughing.
Yeah, he has a funny ass vibe, dude, and especially like, eventually I gotta show. I don't even know if he knows, but like he reminds me of that Hotline Miami shit. You guys ever heard of that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Doesn't he? He has the Hotline Miami vibe.
Yeah. I love that shit.
He is that guy.
It could be.
He says, "Yep, Doom is the influence for sure."
Oh, 100%.
Nailed it. Hell yeah, good stuff, Soft
Nailed it.
Oh, real quick, by the way, thank you for the subscription again. Yet we did reach our goal, so we're going to go ahead and continue to play all these beats. So Dash Chill, Gelto, Owl Nimbus, Erozilla, music by Leo, all just received a subscription, and also Tape. Thank you for your subscription to Filth Spectre. I appreciate that, man. He gifted a sub as well. Such a nice thing you guys do, man. It's fucking cool, man. Appreciate that. This is Giano. Welcome back, Giano. Shit.
Giano.
That's me trying to make music on Ableton. I just
If this is what you have to do, then I can do it.
You can do it. I like how subtle it is. Nice.
That shit was smooth.
That was cool, man.
That shit was real smooth.
Welcome back. Huh?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It's good to have Giano back. I think he was, I mean, I'm making shit up, but I think he moved or something. He didn't have a studio space set up, so he had to like just fill in the blanks. Something like that happened. Now he has his shit back together. So hell yeah, man.
I just want to think that none of the shit that you just said happened. Like all of it's fucking made up. Every bit of it.
I was just trying to.
That man been living in the same house for 17 years, just chilling, and you just like you just made up. I think he just graduated college.
Truck driving school.
Yeah.
Truck driving school. That's
crazy. He's got his license at the DMV. Like you just making shit up.
Yeah, I think he got shipped off. Like he's a deployed right now, and I'll make anything up just to fill it in.
Just some heinous shit. I heard he got shot recently.
Yeah, I think he got shot. So
what are you talking about?
Shout out to him and hope you get well soon. You know, and then they'll message me too later on. I'll be like, "No, man, no, that's not at all what happened." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
And
what
was Trax? And we kept calling him a young man.
Yeah, we kept saying Trax was like, you know, we leaned in at some point too with Trax 101. We were talking about how, like, you know, for a young guy like that to get out there, he's like 35 years old. He popped in the chat. He's like, "What are you guys talking about?" We're like, "We don't know." We don't know. We're scared.
Treating him like he was 19 or some shit. Like,
he's like our age and shit. I'm like, "Oh, sorry about that." Let's go for more. Here we go.
Fucking I love that. Yeah.
So much for the Liberator.
Here's your guy.
I'm scared of everything.
Is that a Beatcast t-shirt?
It used to be.
I'm scared of walking out of this room.
Well, so much for the Liberator. Well,
That's such a funny line, man.
so much for the Liberator. Well, woman,
Hey, I'm scared of
Oh, thank you guys.
what I did,
so much for the Liberator, woman.
of who I am.
You know,
Now, bonus points if you can tell me where that vocal sample is from.
The female.
Yeah.
That was from.
You get one chance. Think about it over the next beat. Let's check in. Appreciate it. They're saying nice things to me in the chat, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
That shit is dope. I liked it. The only thing that pissed me off about it was the pitch is very similar to mine.
Oh, is
I would go upload, and then I played yours, and I was like, this dickhead stole my shit. But obviously, you had no fucking clue. And we all sampled the same thing, so you didn't do anything wrong. I was just deeply offended at first, but
I had no idea, or did I? Did I install some backdoor software into your computer so I could track everything that you guys do? Did I?
That was the whole reason you had us be a part of any of this. You just wanted to steal ideas.
You just turn on cameras and shit.
Oh my god.
Blue lights are coming on, like, ring lights and shit. You're like, is that updating? What did you do? Did you go -2 on the tune? Is that what you did? -2?
It was like -4, -5, some shit like that. I like how you use the tune thing too. That's cool to know.
I would have tuned it. Yeah,
man. No, what I used to do, like when I first started, was I would go into the keyboard feature and then do like the semitone change.
Yeah.
And I started getting a lot of glitches because of my unlicensed software. So I was fuck this. Let me start doing the pitch thing. And then I have a licensed version now, so none of that happens anymore.
You're legit.
Yeah.
I want to give a quick shout out again, and then I'm going to stop giving him shout outs because it's going to go to his head. Sam Drumlow helped me with that mix. That's the second one that I used his chain, his mastering chain, and it works, man. I had to fine tune it a bit, but good stuff, man. That guy knows the stuff.
It sounds really good.
Yeah.
He makes magic happen.
He's one of those guys who's like annoyingly smart when you talk to him, and he's like, yeah, and that's all you got to do is just add a little bit of and it's like, no, it isn't all you have to do. You have to tell me how to do it.
Step by painstaking step.
Yeah. Let's keep it running. Let's go for more. Solar Flare.
Shit.
Damn, dude. Holy shit. God damn it, dude.
That was fun.
That was a lot.
Yeah. As soon as I heard that, I wanted to just unsubmit my video. I want to go into your software and just fucking uninstall what I made.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That shit was pretty good, man. Pretty good.
I like how this man trying to play humble with that shit. Like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Sound like a mad rapper from fucking Life After Death. That shit was all right. That shit was all right. But my shit more John Blaze than that.
I was thinking of like what, food wise, that was like, that shit is like perfect pancakes, man.
Perfect pancakes.
Like perfect pancakes. Like it's
from what establishment, sir? Let's have a deep dive on that.
It gotta be a local establishment. It can't be a chain, with some like obscure.
You were about to say fucking Waffle House.
Oh no, man! Unless you got to go, you want your stomach to vacate real soon.
The Marines of breakfast food is the Waffle House workers, apparently.
Do you have
They got
Denny's?
them hands.
Have you got Denny's? Denny's?
Yeah.
I haven't been to Denny's.
Is it American or is it Canadian?
Denny's is like
Denny's is everywhere.
It's safer, but it's like again,
It's terrible. I mean,
it's
right?
like the white people
It's here.
shit.
Yeah.
It's like old people shit. It's like you go in there. That's where
true.
like old and married couples go.
I used to go there when I was like a wee lad with a bunch of the guys. Me and Mustafa.
Till you knew better.
Yeah, because we didn't have any money, so we would go in there, pool our resources, and get a.
What's a Waffle House?
Waffle House is a chain of restaurants that are like greasy spoons. They're really small.
Yeah.
Really small. All of them are
A lot of
traditionally
violence,
really small.
a lot of fights.
They're known for being open 24 hours a day, and everybody goes there after the bars or after the clubs. Okay. And so you go to the Waffle House, and the parking lot turns into another meeting spot because everybody's out there. They're going inside, and like it's a lot of greasy food. But it's at 2 a.m. It's real good. But,
yeah, it's gladiator school. You can learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about yourself at the old Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Yeah.
No, it got to be a local place. They got to be buttermilk, and you got to use real butter, not like margarine and none of that extra shit. You got to use real butter.
Zilla says cooks have to know how to fight before they get hired.
Yeah, no, that's like one of the requirements. That shit is like, all right,
slap boxing. It's like, all right, stand up.
That's like the fucking meeting. When you get your interview, you got a slap box.
Yeah, you're gonna get jumped in and shit.
It's like 5 versus 1. And how long you last depends on like what you make extra on top of minimum wage. It's just like, all right,
you want that $14?
All right.
This is very educational for me. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you know what's fucked up about it is like anybody that works at a diner at like 1 o'clock, you gotta be a tough person.
Like, dog, you can't compare that to fucking Waffle House. Like Waffle House is just different. It's like you're engaging in tech.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I'm just thinking of like, cause like even like there's a couple places up here that's like known places that everybody goes to at 1-2 o'clock in the morning, and it's always cracking. Like something always happens. It's a fight every weekend type shit. But it's like these diners that are open all night long, and you know they're these just rough, rowdy people coming in and out, and you got to be a tough person to deal with that. I wouldn't want to wait no tables at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I have the ultimate respect for anybody that works food industry. I do not have the mentality for it. I cannot do it. I respect anybody that works in any type of food industry, whether you're a waiter.
But I do kind of believe that everyone should try customer service at least.
Customer service is different than food industry, though. Those are like customer service is kind of like a universal thing. Food industry,
customer service in the food industry, that's the toughest, I think.
Nah, but like it takes a certain type of person to deal with people that are like hungry and angry. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
well, I was always getting that I'm very mean and I run away from the table too fast. So I would not wait until people would finish their ordering.
It's like snatching the plate from them and shit. Just grab the fork out of their mouth.
Yeah.
I worked at a million jobs in my life when I was younger, but I worked at some place and I was bussing tables and I went to go take this lady's plate. She's a little old lady too. And she's like, "I'll break your arm." That's what she tells me. I was like, "Shit, dude. I fucked up."
Just let her know her hip is about to fail and her life alert's about to cancel.
She's like, "I'm old and I break bones easily. I have osteoporosis." And I'm like, "Well, I have a temper and I break bones easy."
That's what I like. No, I like that.
Yeah. Sticky hands.
This shit is another dope ass one.
Hell yeah, man.
The time signature and that shit is all over the place, and I love it.
Yeah, that time signature was fucking killer. I love that. That shit like slapped thoroughly. The video was cool too. Thoroughly.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I like that moving and driving and I like that.
There was a lot of movement, yeah.
Lots of movement, yeah. This is Reminiscing. Oh, shit.
That shit is hard.
Zilla says, I would have used that also. Fuck yeah, man. And that might have been his first time.
I think so. I don't remember that name.
Yeah, man, that was a great way to start, even if it wasn't. But it's funny, Zilla was saying I wanted to use that ch sound in the sample as well. That ch.
Mm-hmm. I did it in one of my iterations.
Did you?
Yeah.
I love it when people use like the vocal stabs as a percussive element inside the beat in some way, shape, or form, like it's a hi-hat or whatever. And the tambourine in that thing gave it like this kind of like a boomerang effect. Yeah. Good fucking shit.
Yeah, drums are dope.
Hella dope.
Love it. Chef Ramsay. This is Valentino DeMarco.
Nice hard drum.
Nice, man.
That was dope.
Had like a hard drive too, so like a hard hitting, like kind of heavy, low end to it.
Yeah.
Dig of that. Soft Gettable, you won the Mixwell care package with the random selection. We don't have a applause thing that you guys can't hear. Sure, inside that. We do have this though. So congratulations. Yeah, that'll work. Congratulations, Soft Cannibal. You got to send me your shirt size and your mailing address and your IP address and your social security number.
Don't you know it already?
Yeah.
We should assume everything.
Don't you have that already in your data? Your
Don't you have
database?
that in your data?
Your database?
This is Soviet Villainy. This one's hitting quieter.
Yeah, it's pretty low. But I get it. It's a nice chop. It's funny because it's like I did do something with like a lot of the vocals and stuff. Because it was so much to play with, but I was like, I know you're gonna hear a lot of this part, this.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever used the SP 555 or is that just doubled or is it? I don't even heard of this one.
Yeah, I think it came. I'm trying to remember when it came out.
No, it's 555, I think.
Was it? Okay.
It's a lot less frequent. That's not a very common one right there.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Not even looking around have I seen that.
Dope.
Yeah.
I think I just today saw Jakova, one of this Austrian guys, around the corner.
Yeah, in the corner.
He was using it in this story, or he sent it to me or something.
Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for the bits, Al Nimbus. Appreciate that. Yeah, what the fuck was I gonna say about that? Oh yeah, on when you bump it down there and throw it into your video, you just got to make sure the volume's up a little bit. I've done that before too, where I threw it into my video editor to make the thing for Instagram, and the volume got tamped a little bit. So make sure you keep it nice and spicy. But thank you for submitting. I think that was his first time too. I think Soviet Villainy. Welcome to the Beatcast.
Yeah.
This is how we get demonetized.
That's hard. That's what tour life is like. I should get a sale on that.
Dance, but I've never done it, so
that's not the one of the hits the dance floor where you like dance and like.
What's funny is as much heinous shit that Delvon posts on his story. This was too much. He's out. He's like, no, I refuse. He bailed.
That was dope, Prot.
Yeah, that beat was fucking phenomenal.
Like that shit was a trip. Like seriously.
The drum work on that too was like through the roof with the
transitions.
Yeah,
transitions. That shit was nice.
Always love to see Prot.
Very well.
This is all in the zone.
Shit is hard.
Fuck yeah, man.
That shit was not good, man.
Yeah. That bass line. I love that fucking bass line you had going.
Yeah. I like that.
We have a bunch of people in here too, because some of those cats might have been at the top of the show. I want to remind you, if you get hit up about being on our compilation tape, this is the art. You're going to see that go up on our website for the pre-orders pretty soon. This is the second compilation that we're putting out. The first one sold out in I think before it released, before the pre-orders were done. So you'll see this populate the website, the beatcast.com, soon enough, and you'll be able to grab that. So I just want to get that in front of eyeballs before it gets a little late. Let's continue. Press rewind.
Get a taste of the high life. 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 When we lose control, when we lose, 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 get a taste of the high life.
That was man.
Get a taste.
I got a chance to hang out with Press Rewind on his live on Instagram. This is a super cool cat, man. He's like such a chill dude. And he plays like stuff that like releases he doesn't have out yet. So if you catch him on his live, you should hang out with him, man. You get to hear a lot of good stuff.
I gotta check the lives more. I don't be doing that shit.
Yeah. They pop up on my thing. I don't know maybe if you turn off the notifications, you won't get it, but it'll be like so-and-so went live, so I'll tap in. I try to hang out for a little bit. Shout out to Press Rewind. His production reminds me of that boom, like a heavy boom bap era of like, that I'm trying to see like kind of like Guru era, and like, he was doing his thing with Gangstar, that kind of shit.
Yeah. It's like a Diamond D digging in the crates.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. I don't know how to say that name. Do you guys know how to say it?
Gutter P. Gutter Pigfoot.
I love that kick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fuck yeah, man. I don't know how to say that name, which makes me feel bad because I don't know how to say it.
He Gutter Pigfoot.
Is it Gutter Pigfoot? What if it isn't?
No, I don't know. I have no idea. That's what he said.
It look like Gutter Pig or Pigfoot.
Wait a minute.
No, don't try to backpedal now.
I'm not.
Man
I'm
a pig.
I'm all with it, but I don't know.
Maybe he'll have to pop into the chat and tell us. If you see the replay, you can tell us too. Like, let us know. Really dope. I like that kick, that low end kick that he had going. It was really, really smooth. Yeah.
It was real cool.
Mr. Watson.
You know, I thought, get out of
Yeah, dude.
Man, this shit is dope.
come on.
You took it. You did a real style.
You know, you know, I thought, get out of come on.
shit was pretty good, man.
Appreciate
Pretty good.
You've outdone yourself on that one, man. The percussion element too on the snare. What is that? That is like a triangle or some shit you hit right on the snare. Fuck. I don't hear the similarities between ours either though, but I kind of catch the pitch, you know.
It was just I was being an asshole. It was just the pitch. When I heard as soon as I think it was the moment I went to go upload mine, like I opened Instagram and your shit popped up, and I just started laughing. I was like, this asshole didn't even know, but nah, man.
The drums too, man. That shit was phenomenal.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. I did some unusual shit. So the bass line is 9 bars long, and the main sample is 12 bars long. So
okay,
yeah, I try to do a little bit different with it, and then obviously, like at the beginning, shout out to New Rudist, used the pack and did some rolls or whatever, and then the drums. Shout out to the Beatcast. That is from the Beatcast sample pack.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. I'm starting to see that permeate. Like Press Rewind was using he has a song using the pack as well. And, with speaking of New Rudist, if you guys can, if you're in the chat hanging out, when the guys in the community, if you guys release like a pack, go buy that shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like the price of a cup of coffee. Like I know it's easy to overlook that kind of shit, but you know how it is. If 3 or 4 people, 5 people skip one of those type of things, that could be like the difference between
and they were cheap, I think. Like he didn't even put it for much.
Oh, is it free?
Yeah, and I think the sound or the challenge was right. Like the challenge drums were free.
So he did a Freedom Pack and Freedom Pack 2, and both of those are free. Really good sounds. He does multiple frequencies and bit rates when he does his uploads. He also, I don't know, they sound really good. They're not cheap as far as like these sound like shit. They sound they're quality. And then on top of that, his packs are reasonably priced, and they're very, very dense as far as what they include. They sound really good. The grimy sounds sound grimy. Like he has a very good blend of high quality shit with like just dirty sounding shit, but for the purpose of doing it. He does it purposely. It's very it has intent. Yeah. It's not just somebody that doesn't understand. That dude has sound design down like no one. Shout out to that man. I support everything he does.
There's some absolute gems in the community, New Rudist being like one of them, where you can, man. It's just like, how do you know though? And I get it, where you're like, man, I don't want to be throwing $5, $10 around, but like, we're vouching, like we're saying like this motherfucker's good, so check his stuff out. And thank you for mentioning the one that we have, that is at our $5 level at our Patreon. And I do hear some of that coming out. Like people are saying, yeah, I use that. And speaking of New Rudist again, so on the new one that's about to drop, you'll get this at the $5 level on our Patreon. New Rudist has some work in on this one. So we're also like reaching out to the community and partnering with you guys to try to, bring that in. And then we can allocate those funds back into the community to people to basically start paying people for their work. You know what I mean? So
Prop will be a part of one of the other ones. I got in touch with him about it. A while back, he sent me a pack that he was working on, and same thing. That dude is like, I don't know. That guy is just fucking good at everything he does. Shout out to Prop. That's it that he got coming along too.
It's a huge cheat code to just kind of lean on each other in the community and circulate that your funds within the community. You know what I'm saying? That builds that shit up, helping each other out.
Help everybody.
Yeah. And that kind of bounces back. You put that out, you'll throw some shit out, you'll notice your shit gets picked up. Same kind of thing. Yeah. Let's keep it running. Here goes Tate.
Straight up lands on
John Samuel.
I'm a threat out here.
Doc Marciano cheat code shit, man. I swear.
Cheater!
That shit was super smooth. It was dirty as fuck. Like, that was a real good balance of everything right there.
Yeah. He's always so subtle with it, too. The way he doesn't overdo it. You know, it almost sounds like you could hear something like that and you're like, shit, was that how it was supposed to be? You know, originally? Like, it's very, like, precise.
Yeah.
John's doing a really cool thing with this as well. Because, you know, as you guys know, he was with us heavy last season, but he got pulled away for work. Your cat just popped on the screen. But he's doing a really cool, we don't quite know what to call this yet, but he's actually pulling together a bunch of really nice samples that are like kind of, you know, shit that he's into, and it would be great for almost like a sample pack in kind of a way, but a collection of samples that'll be available on the Patreon as well. But more about that later as we have that ready to go. Speaking of New Rudis. Nice.
That shit is dope. I just think it's funny that at the end it pitched down real dark and then they were taking her away, so it seemed like some heinous shit was about to happen.
Bad things are gonna happen.
What is the style of the cartoon that they call that? It's like a technique. Like Cuphead uses this shit. It's called like rubber something, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, that shit was dope. Like the video was real dope. That guy is just fucking good, man. Like that dude, his sound design shit, like he'll tell me things that he's just like, I don't know, I'm not really sure. I'm like, guy, you do not understand how fucking good you are at what you do. That man is amazing.
He's phenomenal, man. That dude is really good.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
He's just such a chill dude, and he's not like heavy. You know, he's not one of those guys that's like, yeah, I'm going to get all over. I see him trying, though, but he's like, I'm not going to get all over Instagram. And he's like, I have a new sample pack coming out, so he wants to check it out. And then, like, he'll do it like he's got the phone like this, and he's making faces and shit. I wish I could go call him and be like, no.
Oh, my God.
Put on some proper lighting. We're going to fucking promote this thing. Let's do this. Because the shit's good. I've got a new sample pack coming out with a bottle.
Yes, yeah, he has all the skills and all the abilities to like go viral or whatever. He just needs to figure it out.
He's like
not afraid. He's not afraid to talk to the camera, so that's perfect.
I was chatting with him recently too, and he's like, "Why the fuck do I have all this like hiss in my shit? In my like when I record videos?" And I'm like, "Well, how old's your phone?" And he said some shit like, "Oh, it's ancient." And I'm like, "Well, that's half the problem. You got to get a new phone, dude. We'll start with a new phone, and we'll go from there." Tigri, I wanted to say because I see Tigri chatting in the chat. Tigri messaged me and said he did like a 4-minute rendition with like crazy video and all this like crazy shit. And then he put it on. It's problematic to put it in this because it's such a large file. It's hard to actually load huge, large files too. But I want people to see it. So, Tigri, if you're still here in the chat, can you post the link to your video on YouTube so people can check it out? It's fucking tight, dude. You guys got to see it. So that's when I throw that out there real quick. Beatsmith Medora. Featuring Mr. Crane.
I always took the long way home, mine is a hook. Ain't a song really a poem, so where I'm going ain't the point of it. And where I've been don't mean shit. Where I'm at in the present moment is the thick of it. Minus a snare, what is a kick? Ha. Minus a care, what is this shit? This is the music we've been using to balance it over the years through all the challenges. It's
I'm thoroughly entertained by that.
How many cuts did he make?
How many cuts?
How many trips?
How many trips? Oh, shit.
There's a lot of movement. A lot of movement.
I think he did it like 4 times and then repeated.
Looped it.
No shit. Okay.
No shit. Okay. Oh, that's great. That's good. No shit.
Where is that guy from?
He's from here.
Oh.
Beatsmith?
Like Phoenix or Tucson?
Yeah. Phoenix. Yeah.
So really just around the corner.
Just around the actually around the corner, yeah. You didn't even need to look at the map. Breed's like, fuck this podcast. He just leaves. He's like, I'm out.
That's why he dipped earlier.
Yeah.
His internet outed him.
Oh, he's from Mesa. Okay, he's from Mesa.
Okay, yeah.
Beatsmith with Door, when I didn't, obviously you don't know where people are from, the whole vibe or whatever. And then the first time I saw him, I was like, that's the type of dude, like if he came up to you at a gas station and shit, you just was like, I'm good, man. I'm good. Don't hurt me. That dude's scary. It's just like
please sir, go away.
Hey. Hey, man, I don't want any trouble.
I'm just imagining like a GTA NPC, like the way that they react to shit. You just walk up like, hey, guy, no, please go away. And they just throw their hands up, fucking run.
You walk up talking to you under his brother. Hey, man, let me tell you something, brother. No, dude, no, I don't want any fucking trouble. No, I'm going to tell you something right now.
I want to talk to you about your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Or he's like, you know what? I saw you from across the way and you just gave off a vibe. Like, dude, let go of my arm. You're hurting me.
Why are you lifting me up?
Thai Noodles, first time in the chat. What's good, the Beatcast? And what up? First time chat.
Hello, sir.
Beatsmith says, damn. He's like, I don't look like that.
This man's got a complex now. You got to watch out.
Yeah. I love to. That's what I try to do. I try to go around and give people complexes.
Make shit up about their lives and then give them a complex.
Like making hot dogs in the kitchen while they're...
Are you boiling hot dogs? I don't know what we're doing. Unified. I haven't seen him in a while, I don't think.
Sounds real chip hoppy.
It does sound chip hop, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Chip tune. Had heavy chip tune vibes for sure.
I like
Speaking of Mega Ran, you have him on your shirt. I could hear him on something like that. Very cool, man. Ulfai, we never knew how to say his name. We used to be Ulfaid or something like that. We used to say it like 1,000 different. Ulfaid. Love seeing him back in. Let's keep it running. Studio Cannon.
I speak divine of God theories, no need to be high. Always exhale the facts, cause I don't inhale lie. Played the greater man's game to bounce off my losses, so I could earn the acres, the houses, the horses. Of course, it's much greater than your Benz or your Lex. The engine to my comprehension is just too complex, much too complex. Effects be live like DOS, making moves down south to avoid the chaos. And never flaunt the coin, cause dime getters be gazing. They call me Luther Van, they say my style is so amazing. I'm phasing those who supposed to have the last laughter, cause even when I'm gone, I'm reappearing in the after. I have to send respects to real money makers. Do not connect us with those champagne sipping money fakers. Chase the quarter pound with spikes from Chi-Town. Now what that prove? You're so full you can't even move. Cause I'm the D to the O, the V to the E. And can another brother cook these delicacies?
Rest in peace to Dove, man.
That was dope.
I know all the words of that goddamn song.
Right?
I love that shit. Nah, that shit was super smooth. It was, man, that shit was dope.
That beat you made reminded me of something that, like, at that time, from that, like, when that album came out.
That's kind of what I was going for with that. So I appreciate that.
That golden era, like 96 vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I was a punk during that time in 96.
That's fun. I remember we had that conversation about that, and you were telling me, and that it's just like me trying to process that thought of you just like, go away, mom, leave me alone. Like, I just try to imagine that side of you is just fucking hilarious.
No, it was my mom. No, she's a Southern lady. She would have, like, she could have got me from any angle. No,
fucking punch you in the throat.
Yeah, she was like, bah! No, it was all city buses. Well, Bree was. You were there. You remember? You remember?
I'm trying to imagine. Like, was Bree like emo during that time period?
I wish. God,
like
wouldn't that be
fucking
great?
Black hair, just like covering like his. Fucking like go away, everyone.
Chicken nuggets again?
Oh, fucking stop.
He was the cool kid when we were in grade school together. He was like one of those first name, last name kids. Everybody's like, oh.
He said first name.
You know the kids he say first name, last name? Have you guys heard?
Yeah, Kyle Bittingsworth. Yeah, we all love him.
Fun fact, that's actually Bree's real last name.
Oh, shit. His last name's Clarence. Oh, that's funny.
From the Bettingworth of Mesa, yes.
We talked about it on the show at some point, but we were in this, we got put in this class, this crazy ass class for like bad kids together. Because Bree is a little bit older than me too, so he was in he's one grade up. But they lumped us all together with a sergeant. He was like an actual sergeant in the military. And he's this big old German guy. He'd be bear hugging kids and throwing us in like this isolation booth and shit. It was like, we weren't even tripping. We were just picking on each other. We're like, damn, dude, it's called fun. Look it up.
That's back when that was like legal. That's like you could like choke a kid out and it was just perfectly fine.
It was very much on the cusp of inappropriate, outdated practice.
What are you talking about? That shit did not exist during that time period. They didn't care.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. Bree had to drink from a different water fountain during that time, so I'm fucking around. Y'all
we were like a step away from that, pretty much.
Pretty much. They isolated us so bad. It was so weird. We was reading random books for learning shit. It wasn't even about.
Yeah, it was bullshit. That was back when they used to teach us to cassette. We had to go get a cassette and put it into the cassette player, and you put it on. You had to spray the cassette first. It's like, no wonder I'm failing, you assholes. Get a teacher. Anyways, moving on. Grains. We're down to our last 3 beats after this.
One thing that does seem to appear for me when I look around is the concept of unique postures. And I think this is true for postures of thought.
This is
emotional postures and movement postures. Truly, earlier in life, we are creating these unique process moves more towards integration of these unique postures into all different organizations. The beauty of it is that you can use very few postures to create.
I know, right? Came back pretty live.
It just scared me a little bit.
My pants search for a language that contains one simple moment versus two
Voodoo shit.
which it is
Yeah. That's dope. Who was that composer back in the day that used to do that? He would like play. He'd create these orchestras where they would go real low and slow and kind of lull everybody, and then boom, hit him again. Kind of reminded me of that shit. I learned about that in music class, not at Simpson where we went to school where they beat us up. That was cool, man. Shout out. Huh?
So much shit just happened in that like 2 seconds right there. Fucking cat started screaming at people and
nothing. That scare you guys too when you came in? Like he leaned in and put an arm around you and said, "You know what? You're not listening. Let me say it right in your ear." He got real close. That was spooky. Hell yeah, Grains, good stuff. I dig that. As we enter our last 2 beats of the show and Elena takes off, I wanted to say thanks for hanging out. Keep in mind, we have the Distro Kids seminar coming up, 3/1. We got the battle coming up. The dates are on our Instagram if you want to check that out. And we've got Sam Drumlow doing another critical listening session. Put your beat in the Discord if you wanted to check it out. Hey, thanks for the bits. Appreciate that. That's another 100 bits from Alan Nimbus. Thank you. Another critical listening session with him on the 5th of March. And I got kind of a cool announcement. You'll see the art go up for it. But we got Eloquent coming on the show. We're going to have our first guest of the season on the next version of the Beatcast Live on the 12th. So art's going to come up for that. Thank you for doing that. Elena reached out to Eloquent and put that together.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. And I think he has something coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't released a bunch of stuff yet, but yeah.
That's going to be awesome. It'll be fun to kind of chat with him a little bit.
Fucking huge artist.
Yeah. So get your beats in for that. Let's keep it running a little bit. Jelts. He's got an album coming out. Hell yeah. We need a shirt that says that too. No movement, you know? That's good, man.
Please.
I like that a lot, actually. That's funny. I look forward to seeing a shirt that says no movement on it or something movement related.
Yeah. Fucking Jelts, man. He's got an album coming out. Stay tuned to his Instagram at Jeltso. So JELTSOE. And yeah, pick it up when it comes out. That's the whole idea. We got to buy each other shit. And we're down to our final beat of the episode. Before we do that, I want to say thank you one more time to all of our patrons who are making this shit possible. Beatsmith Bador, Messy Goods, T. Greedus, Graceland, RC Peters, Prot, Pablo Station, Mark Chai, Little Treasures, Filth Spectre, Ant Architecture, Ali, Zilla Beats, Press Rewind, Who Is This? Who, by the way, might be in the battle coming up. and Q, no rap name, and Jalinga. You guys are fucking awesome. If you guys want to sponsor us, support us through. If you guys want to sponsor us,
you guys want to just pay for all the shit.
Just pay for all the shit. If you guys want to support us, you can do so at patreon.com/the Beatcast. It's a lot of stuff to remember. It's hard for me. Oh my god. Final beat. EXG. God damn, this guy's good, by the way.
Yeah, he's a special one. That's really dope, man.
That shit was super smooth.
That's a great one to end on.
To end, yeah. That's what
I'm
I found.
very curious if he like I was talking about like influences and being able to hear him. If he's familiar with Freddie Joakim, because that sounded like early Freddie Joakim right there, and that's not a bad thing. That dude is ultra talented.
Yeah, it sounds real good, man. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, that dude, he has such like his whole sound is a vibe. It's like it's real laid back, it's real chill, and it's just precise.
Hey, thanks again for doing that.
Got a groove.
Yeah, I'll have to check him out. I actually haven't heard of him. But EXG, we got to get him in one of these chats too. I don't know if he does the whole Twitch thing, but we'll have to get him over here. And speaking of which, you won't find the replays on Twitch anymore. Right after the episode is over, we get the replay onto our YouTube so we can archive it, because Twitch, they disappear. So we throw them onto our YouTube. We put them up first for everyone at our Patreon until this coming Wednesday. Then they go up for everybody. So if you want to get the episodes early, all that content as well, by all means, please follow us on our Patreon. With that, though, we are at the end of episode 4 of season 3. What'd you guys think?
It's a good show, man. Good show.
Beats are dope. The sample was really good.
Yeah.
It was good.
So the new sample is going live after this episode. You'll find it at thebeatcast.com, and you'll see the post go up for it at our IG. This one was chosen. Well, here, I'll let it just do the talking. For the 5th record pull of the Beatcast Sample Challenge, John Sandoval pulling something from Teddy Lazary. E equals MC squared. Hailing from France, the legendary Teddy Lazary released this magical album in 1976 on the RCA Victor label. A crate digger's gem, it took electronic music to a whole new level with its progressive elements and fusion-like arrangements, atmospheric, violent, and soothing tracks throughout this futuristic record. An album that was truly ahead of its time, cinematic and refined. So you'll find that up on our Instagram, the post for it to get that out there, but you'll get the sample on our website, thebeatcast.com. Tigri asked a good question. Do you have the matchups for the battle? We have people that are going to go into the bracket, and then we're going to post about the bracket. It's a single elimination bracket, so you're not going to see two sides coming together for the middle. It goes 8 against the 4 against the 2 down to the 1, and it'll take place across the 3 episodes. You can see the dates on our Instagram if you swipe
8 down the 4 down the 2
become the 1. Yeah,
3.
You got it. Yeah. Okay. And so you'll see who you're going to go up against, because we're going to put those together. We're randomly selecting those, by the way, so we're not putting people together like deliberately. They'll be randomly selected who you'll go up against, and then of course from then on out, it's whoever wins, and those will move through the rest of the progression. And there's some cool shit that you can win. Like the tape. We're going to do a cassette with you. $100, you know, just like, hey, here's $100 and some merch. And then of course you get that time to do your audit. Basically, like, super valuable, because that's the kind of shit that we don't know what the fuck we're doing, and having somebody with that expertise like Elena come in and help you like go to that next level is very, very important. So thank you for doing that, Elena. I know you're very busy. That's awesome for you to do that. That's all I got. You guys anything else you want to say?
Peace, love, and hair grease.
You guys want to threaten anybody, or do you guys want to start a war? We could. You want to, like, you could call out somebody you went to high school with. I mean, shit, man. Now's the time.
That's a good point.
Fuck you, Danny.
We should be seeing like some of your like high school pictures after those stories.
Yes. Okay. I absolutely agree.
All right. I could find those.
Well, I want to see emo Al and and emo Bree. Punk Al.
I could find one when I had a hair down the hair.
How, did you have it like DJ Quick style, where like the shit was like laid down?
I didn't press my hair. I did press it.
I know you got the sugar free at some point.
And then I
would
part it in the middle, and I would comb it straight down.
You keep doing that shit.
My mother used to be like, why do you do that?
What did you do before that, though? Out of curiosity.
Fro. I had a fro. So I had like.
How far did it go out?
Would it fit in the shot right now? Would it fit in the shot?
Just about.
Me and you both, sir. There are photos of me with an afro.
All right, we all got to bring high school pics next show. We all got to bring high school pics.
I'll see what I can find.
Yeah, same.
I want to see you got to bring the most heinous picture you can of yourself. So
I got a terrible one. I got a great terrible one of myself.
Delvon, your high school pic, that would have been like 2 years ago, wouldn't it?
No, how old do y'all think I am?
See, I was like making shit up.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how old do you think I am?
You got into high school and then you joined this podcast like an hour later. You were in a broadcast journalism class in high school, and that led.
You're an intern.
Yeah,
he interned.
She decided not to go to college because you are Beatcast.
You just did this instead.
This is amazing. I wish my life lined up the way that your story makes it sound. I would be much further along in life than I currently am. So
you just make it a reality. You just believe it, and it is.
I guess
that's the secret. That's the secret.
We'll start that rumor, and then that'll be your new lineage.
Changing my name and everything.
Hell yeah. All right, thank you everybody in the chat for joining us. Thank you for all the subscriptions. It's so awesome you guys do that. Thank you for everything. If you guys want merch, we have merch at thebeatcast.com. Some new merch is going to go up. So that'll be happening very soon, that they're in the works. The book is still happening as well. We send your studio pictures to Alan at thebeatcast.com. We're going to do this really cool book, coffee table book of everyone's studio space and shit like that. Love you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace. Peace, 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 peace.
But I warm 1, 2, 2, 1, 2.